What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Anthony. We're back. This is your host of Toon Talks. This is episode 13. We are at lucky number 13. To some, it's not so much of a lucky number. I guess in some high rises, they don't put a 13th floor because I guess it's bad luck or something. The only thing I could think of that I had bad luck with on number 13 is, well, I mean, maybe it's not so much bad luck for me, but my sister, she was born on Friday the 13th, in June, which that's a bummer because to most that's bad luck. To our family, she was born, so shout out to my sister. Yeah, well, welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a minute. I got distracted. I'm be honest, I got distracted. I'm not going to make any excuses. I got distracted. I stopped making this podcast. I stopped recording, and I don't know. I don't know why. Like the other studio just didn't feel like it was the studio. You know what I mean? Like, does that make any sense? Or sometimes you're at a place where you're stuck. I don't know. Lack of motivation, lack of inspiration, lack of who knows, effort, whatever. Maybe I was putting effort into other things. I did put 2 songs out since the last episode of Toon Talks, and I'm pretty stoked on them. One's called Summer. I don't know, maybe I did talk about it on the last pod. Who knows, it's been so long, but I did put out Summer, which was, I think in June. I put it out on my birthday. And then I put out Ruta del Sol, which is a Spanish song, which that was really cool to put out because I had a lot of fun making those. And obviously, Ruta del Sol is in Spanish. I guess fun fact about that and the cover art. I took that photo with the camera that I'm recording with, actually, and I took that in Mexico. That was on my Mexico trip. So actually, that was almost a year ago that I went to Mexico. Yeah, that was like last January. I went to Mexico and kind of just celebrated with the fam. And it was actually for my dad's birthday that we celebrated, and we went out there. So that was cool. And yeah, I took that photo in Mexico. Where was it? I think it was Playa del Carmen. It might have been there, or it might have been Cancun. I don't know. It was somewhere in that area. But yeah, I saw that hotel and I was like, dang, that looks sick. And then there's like a restaurant underneath. So Ruta del Sol. It says actually on the sign, it says Hotel Ruta del Sol, but I kind of, there's Photoshop and stuff nowadays, technology, you know what I'm saying? And I pretty much just cropped out hotel and left Ruta del Sol. And I was like, dang, that'd be a sick either album name or like track name. So yeah, I stuck with a song, and that was kind of the inspiration on the name of the song, and we made the song. We made it happen, and thank you guys for listening to it. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun singing Spanish, and just the whole how it came about and how it came together was super cool. It was just little components that made little pieces of the puzzle that made the big puzzle. I think I butchered that, but whatever. The big picture paints itself. But yeah, Summer was another banger, in my opinion. You guys can think whatever you want. I love them because they're my songs. And so shouts out to you guys for listening, and shout out for you guys for the love. Thank you very much. So yeah, lucky number 13. That's this episode number 13. And maybe it is lucky because we're back. We came back to the studio. I was like, man, this studio right here is gold. This one is the studio that probably inspired me the most, even though I put out some music at the other studio. I think this studio is the studio where I had the most inspiration, the most motivation, the most I felt the most locked in, as people say nowadays. I felt the most locked in here, and I do feel the most locked in here. And yeah, so it's cool to be back at this studio. Shout out to my producer out there and back behind the keys and everything. And um, thank you for welcoming us back to this studio here. And I miss this couch. It's a comfy couch. It's broken in, and I don't know. Just so many legends have sat on this couch, and I'm stoked to be hopefully a future legend that is sitting on this couch now. So yeah, lucky number 13, episode 13 of Toon Talks. I'm your host, Anthony, and let's get into it. So I guess some topics that I wanted to kind of talk about is, I was living in San Diego, and I just couldn't find a studio where I was like, man, this is it right here. This is comfortable, you know? And I mean, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. San Diego's dope, and it's great. And I loved experiencing living in San Diego, and it was a blast. I have friends out there that are just dope and showed me around and let me experience San Diego. You know, with the minimal time I had there, I would have stayed a little longer, but I just something about OC, man, is wonderful and legendary, and I'm glad to be back in OC. So yeah, a lot of different experiences out in San Diego. I went to my first Padre game, and I decided I was a Padre fan. So I know a lot of you guys are out there are hating on me for being a Padre fan, but all I can say is I don't care. I'm gonna be a Padre fan because I want to be, and that's my decision. So haters gonna hate. There was a lot of games that I was able to go to. I was able to meet some cool people, next to some cool fans, and experience that. And you know, Petco Park is dope. It is a bummer that we lost to the Dodgers, and you know, props to the Dodgers for winning. I won't talk trash, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Shout out to them. So yeah. The Petco Park, Padres, San Diego, the city. I actually learned to enjoy the city as much as I thought I wasn't gonna. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was cool to walk around, you know, downtown San Diego City, and just kind of enjoy the scenery and the structures. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's like that's the most city I've seen or kind of lived around or near. So it was cool to see. It was like, it's a lot different from here in Orange County. Obviously we don't have those high-rise structures and whatnot. So that was cool to see whenever I would go into the city. Yeah, Petco Park is cool. It's like right in the middle of everything. I'm sure you guys have seen photos and all that, but I enjoyed it, man. It was cool. I thought it was, I think it's one of the best. I mean, I haven't been to many, but I think it's in my top 5 baseball stadiums. Honestly, though, I'm gonna have to give Oracle Park the number 1 spot because, holy moly, it's beautiful out there, and just the fact that you can see the ocean is legit. It's sick. Or whatever the bay, whatever Oracle Park is in, some sort of water. It's floating. The fact that it's floating on water is kind of sick. So, yeah, I got to give props to the Giants in San Francisco, Oracle Park. It's legit. Shout out to my sister for kind of taking me out there. So, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, she's not so unlucky. I'm lucky because my sister, yeah, born Friday the 13th, took me to my first game at Oracle Park. So that's legit. Shout out to Kaylee. So yeah, you're not as bad luck as people think you are because you were born on Friday the 13th. So thank you. Number 13. Who else was number 13? I don't even know what. Let's look it up. The 13 best athletes to wear number 13. Wilt Chamberlain, 7-footer, averaged 30.1 points in the NBA. Dan Marino, which is a football player. Alex Rodriguez, who played for the Yankees, I think, in 2004. Oh, snaps. All right. This one is sick. This one is really cool. Actually, I forgot about Steve Nash. He's number 4 on this list of 13 people. Steve Nash, that guy's the GOAT. I remember watching basketball with my uncle, Eve, and Steve Nash was like one of my favorite people to watch when he was playing on the Suns. And I think he was really good at soccer too, but Steve Nash's free throw accuracy was insane. It was like in the 90s or something like that. It was like 90% free throw accuracy. That guy was a legend, or that guy is a legend. He's dope. So yeah, shout out to Steve Nash for rocking number 13 on the jersey. That's risque. That's bold. And he did it well. So shout out to Steve Nash. I hope you're listening and watching. Oh yeah, make sure you guys are liking, comment, and subscribing. I have been posting like reaction videos and stuff, so check those out too, please, and thank you. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Share them with people. If you don't want to watch them, just share them with other people. They might like it. I don't know. Who knows? And then yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on music you want me to listen to, feel free to comment down below, and that'd be nice. But I was thinking, okay, let's stick. This is number 13, episode 13. So let's stick to that number. Let's think about what I can do. For example, jersey numbers, number 13, Steve Nash, one of the GOATs. And I was thinking I could go to my Spotify Wrapped and take my 13th most played song of the year, and kind of go about it, and go deep into that song and why I listened to it so many times to where it reached number 13 in my charts. Before we go into the tune of the year, because Spotify Wrapped was out. Let me get a sip of this Joseph. All right, so yeah, lucky number 13. Song number 13 on my Spotify Wrapped was Lonely by Dear Sunday. And you're probably thinking, Anthony, is this another Australian group? Is this another Aussie group with an accent that I might not understand? Well, I'm sorry, but yes, it is. It's another Australian group. Yeah, so Dear Sunday, Ben and Mason are the members of this group. They're just best friends, just kicking it, making music, and they're from Perth, Western Australia, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that until I looked it up just now. So yeah, these guys, I mean, vocals like no other. It's like they got this rasp to their voice. Yes, they have that accent because they're from Australia. They speak the language. They speak Australian language, and yeah, sometimes it's hard to understand, and sometimes it's hard to understand me. So we don't judge. We're just here listening to music and enjoying their music, and just listen to the music. So Lonely, it's kind of a dark song, honestly. It's a song about, I mean, it says it in the title, it's a song about being lonely. These guys in the song, they kind of go deep and talk about like their addiction kind of deal. They talk about, drinking or drugs and kind of what they tend to turn to when they're lonely, what they kind of just do and isolate themselves in their room, looking at the walls, looking at the ceilings, like just picturing things, tripping because they're lonely. And yeah, and it's kind of sad because it is a bummer being lonely, and I wouldn't want that for anyone. And if you are lonely or you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out, because I don't like being lonely, and whenever I feel like I'm stuck in my room too long, I need to get out and do something, because then I get just like overwhelmed with doing nothing. And so yeah, if you're ever lonely or you need to talk, feel free to reach out. Don't be shy, or just talk to anybody that you feel comfortable talking to. Like, just hit him with a phone call. Yeah, this song was pretty deep, and I like it a lot. It has a good guitar solo, good outro, in my opinion, and it's just him being vulnerable. It's just them being vulnerable, shredding it out, and talking about their emotions and their feelings. So don't be shy and let your feelings out, because you don't want to hold them in, because that doesn't feel good. So yeah, Lonely was number 13 on my most played songs of the year of 2024 on my Spotify Wrapped. A lot of people hating on Spotify Wrapped, and a lot of people are, yeah, they're just not stoked on it. I guess they're not stoked on the fact that the visuals kind of sucked. Yeah, I guess like it didn't give people something. I guess it gave people like a mood or something last year, and it didn't give us that this year. It gave us something different. Low key, it wasn't the greatest, but hey, like at least they gave you the minimum. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what you're there for. I don't think I was ever there for the visuals. I was there more for like, oh, what's the order, you know? Because I definitely know like my top artists or songs, but I'm always like, what's the order going to be? Because like I'm definitely always listening to certain artists or bands or songs at certain times of the day, and it's always like a mixture. So I don't know. Sometimes like I don't know who's going to be number one. Will it be, actually, I won't say the names because I might spoil it. I'm going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. Sorry. I'm not going to spoil it. My point is, I know who my tops are. Duh. People are like, why are you getting excited? You know who you listen to. Yes, but I don't know the order. And that's what I want to know. And that's what I look forward to. I saw some funny memes on Instagram and stuff. And it was like, yeah, thank you guys for posting your Spotify Wraps. Now I know who I'm not handing the aux to if you sit in my car. And that is a bar. That's true. You know, it's unfortunate. Some people, man, it's hard not to judge. It's hard not to judge. So I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just not gonna hand you the aux low key. I'm gonna say, hey, I have no aux. Like my phone doesn't have Bluetooth, or my car don't have Bluetooth. We're gonna have to listen to the radio. And speaking of like radio, yeah, I thought I had something to say about the radio, but I guess I don't. Yeah, let's see. So Dear Sunday started kind of, go off the rails there. I definitely went off the rails right there. But Dear Sunday, pretty cool. They had a song on FIFA 2023, FIFA 23, with Lude. It was called Wanna Stay. And it's pretty different from Lonely. Actually, it's a lot different from Lonely, because Wanna Stay, it's Lude's song featuring Dear Sunday. So Dear Sunday are doing the vocals on it. And Lude has like, it's more electronic. It's like this bass and drum beat, and it's very what's it called? High BPM, fast-paced song. It's a faster song compared to Lonely. Lonely is a little bit of an in-between, but dang, it's popping off. There's sirens going off right now. I guess I won't take a step outside because it's dangerous out there. On episode 13, maybe it's not so lucky, number 13. Maybe it isn't a lucky number. Maybe it's scary. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll find out. But there is crime out there, and it's episode 13 in here, so I'm going to stay in here. But yeah, Dear Sunday has this song on FIFA, and it's good for them. I think that's a pretty good, that's a pretty cool spot to have a song. Like FIFA is one of the highest selling games out there. It's, it's soccer. Soccer is one of the biggest sports in the world, and it's sad that soccer isn't so popular here in the U.S. I wish it was. I think we'd be great at it if we, put the love and what am I trying to say? Passion. I think we would be amazing at it if we put the passion, and we had the passion for it here. But yeah, FIFA, soundtracks are always fire. For the most part, they're always fire. They at least have a handful of bangers on them. And Dear Sunday is, a band with Lude that got to be on FIFA 23. So shout out to them. But yeah, soccer. I actually have a soccer game coming up against SDSU's men's soccer team, and I am very scared because I haven't played a game like that in a long time. I've practiced and stuff, and I've been out and I've kicked the ball around and whatnot. But am I at the caliber that they are? No, not even close. So definitely worried because I don't know if our team's practice. I don't think our team's practiced enough, low key. But we're gonna give it our best. We're gonna have fun out there, and win or lose, we're gonna have a great time. Definitely. Actually, I don't know what number jersey I wore last time. I might have worn number 13. I have to look. That's scary. It might have been 13. It might have been 19. Anyway, I'm nervous for that game. It's gonna be a big challenge. That team for sure has their star players. They have their chemistry. They have their endurance up. They've been playing soccer. They play soccer for a living at school, so they're supposed to be good. And if we win, that'll be unreal. If we win, I don't know what I'd do, actually. I don't know what I'd do. I would be really happy, and I would be excited and willing to play more games against, teams like that. So hopefully we win, but if we lose, whatever, I'm not surprised. If we win, I'm definitely surprised. But I also don't want to go into the game with that attitude because that's not my normal attitude to go into it. Like, I'm normally like, let's go in there and win. But just thinking logistically, it's a low probability. But I will go in there and give it my best, and I hope the rest of the team does too. And I hope we win, and let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Speaking of soccer and sports, your boy is possibly going to be playing soccer again on a different team here in Orange County. So if you guys ever want to watch, come support. Please feel free because it's always fun to have a crowd. Another sport I'm going to be playing. I'm coming out of retirement. It's happening. I'm coming out of retirement. I'm playing softball again, and I'm coming back stronger, bro. I'm coming back way stronger. I've improved on my swing. I've been practicing my swing low key. I've been practicing. I need to practice more on my catching and my throws. I've been rehabbing my elbow. I've been icing my. I don't even know what this muscle or like my elbow area. So I've been rehabbing it and strengthening it, and it's go time. I'm back. I'm coming out of retirement. You'll see myself on the field out there pretty soon here, as long as I can find a team or my cousin starts that team again. So Victor, if you're watching, please start that team again because I'm ready to play. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back out there. I'm ready to throw the uniform on. I'm ready to be a Red Sun again. I did a dramatic pause right there for the emotion, and I hope it worked after my monologue. Yeah, so softball, I was going to put this down, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not going to set it down just yet. So yeah, softball, I'm going to be back hopefully on the field and ready to kick some butt. And same thing with that. If you guys want to come out and support, we always had like this huge fan base or crowd that would come out and watch us play. It was sick because I remember one time we were playing a team and they were like, yo, what the heck? We've never seen anything like this. Like, you guys are the first team ever that we've played against that had a crowd like substantially big, like like a big number of people that was loud, that was passionate, that was willing, ready, that was ready for us to win. They were always motivating us. They were always supporting us. So shout out to the crowd at the Red Suns games. Please come back. Please come watch us, because that was super motivating to like have people cheer. And even though we lost every, even though we lost every single game, the season that I was there, the fans never gave up on us. They would show up every week, and we would lose every week, and they would show up again the next week, and we never got the dub. But the next season, guess what? They got the dubs. They got multiple dubs, and I'm stoked for them, and I can't wait to be a part of that team. I'm sorry I had to leave or retire for that last couple seasons, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta move away to come back. I don't even think that's a saying, but yeah, I'm gonna say it. So yeah, I had to move away, and I just I couldn't do the commitment to the team. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, thank you, Red Suns, and thank you, Victor, for getting me into baseball. That was actually what initiated me getting into baseball and picking a team and choosing a team. And the Padres are that team. And yeah, shout out to Victor for showing me the importance and how much of a passion baseball is for you and also for the rest of America. That's a bar. That's it. So thank you. Yeah. So what else? Yeah, as you can see, I have my coffee here. You got to stay caffeinated. I can't just sit here and talk to myself for, an hour without caffeine. Honestly, I think I'm wired. What else is going to motivate me to talk to a camera that's recording me with a microphone in front of my face? Caffeine. Thank you, caffeine. Thank you, coffee. My mom always says, "Thank you, Jesus, for coffee." So thank you, Jesus, for coffee. It's probably one of the maybe 4 drinks I have in a day. And another one is water. I've been staying hydrated. I bought this water bottle that some people might hate on because, I don't know, maybe it looks lame. But in my opinion, it's sick. It's black and it's glass. So I think that's the cool part, because it's glass and it's clear. You hear that? So whenever I put like electrolytes or something like that in it, that'll give it color. This whole part right here becomes that color. So it's not just black and clear. It can be black and orange, or black and blue, or black and like a cherry white Gatorade. The combinations are not endless, but there's a handful of combinations that you can have as far as colors. And it was only like $12. So they hate us because they ain't us. This is my water bottle, and I've been rocking it for I don't know how long. My voice just cracked because of how stoked I was on this water bottle and how stoked I still am. Yeah, so I've been drinking like 2 of these a day minimum, I think. And it's pretty good. It's good. That's another thing I want to say is I hope you guys are staying hydrated out there. I know it was a little bit of a warm summer, nothing too crazy. But, now it is winter, and people think, nah, I don't need to drink water. It ain't hot. I'm not sweating. I don't need water. I don't need to hydrate. There's moisture in the air. That's enough. Well, let me tell you something. It's probably not enough. So, drink water. Stay hydrated. Don't pass out because you're dehydrated. That would be lame. And if you don't drink water, start drinking water. If you think you don't need water because it's cold, you're wrong. You still need water, so drink water. And I've been drinking a lot of water because I've been running. I know past me, younger me, maybe when I was like a year younger, I said, oh my gosh, I dislike running so much. I would never run just for fun, and I would never, and I don't like it. My sister asked me to run a marathon with her, and this is another reason why I'm like, dang, that's bad luck. Like a marathon, you know, how many people I told I would never run a marathon? Probably like 10 people I've told, hey, I am never going to run a marathon. Like, why would I run a marathon? That's going to hurt my legs and I don't want to. But because it's my sister, I said, okay, Kaylee, let's do it. So that's other big news. I don't know what marathon we're gonna do or when we're gonna do it. So Kaylee, you better let me know ASAP because the clock is ticking. Um, I'm getting old and I'm getting fragile, and I'm admitting it. So let's do this soon. So maybe 2025 is the year I run a marathon, and I don't want to seem like I'm just running because it's what's in. I want to run because my sister told me I couldn't do a marathon, and I want to prove her wrong. So let's run it, Kaylee. Challenge accepted. Yeah, so I've been running. If you guys like have any, if you guys have any advice or advice on how to train for a marathon, please let me know because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna make some phone calls. I'm gonna talk to some people, some runners, and see what I need to do, what kind of regimen I need to be on, what kind of food I need to eat. And I'm gonna get locked in a different way, and I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna do well on that marathon, and I can't wait. So yeah, it's happening, a marathon. Um, yeah, I guess back to San Diego and like what I think about it. I'm gonna miss it for real. Honestly, I think it was cool. It was cool to be down there and enjoy it and enjoy the ocean, enjoy the beaches there, enjoy the people there. The people are way chill. They're super chill. Um, I was actually impressed with how chill everybody was. It was cool to see. I mean, everyone in OC for the most part is pretty chill too, but it's just different vibe in San Diego. I think everyone's just out and active. I think that's what I loved about it is that a lot of people were out and active. And I think that's just super healthy for everybody. I think you walk outside and you're like, dang, everyone's out. Everyone's enjoying the sun. Everyone's enjoying the beach. There's people hiking. There's people walking. There's people running. Like no matter what the age was, everyone for the most part was active and out. And I think we need more of that, guys. I think we need to get out more. I think we need to go out and socialize more and talk to people more. I've been trying to do a better job at doing that, at saying hello to people, saying good morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope you have a good one. Whenever I'm out and about, just I've been trying to do a better job at that because I did realize like I was going out and I was throwing my AirPods on and I'd listen to music or go out and just like listen to podcasts while I'm out shopping or something. But then I was like, man, I'm losing that connection to the world. So I've been practicing that. I've been just removing the AirPods, leaving them in the whip, and then going out to stores and saying hello, what's up, how are you, have a nice day. And I think we need more of that. And it's weird because like ever since I started doing that a little bit more, I've noticed like the I guess the mannerisms or like the things that people do that like are a sign that they're like trying to avoid talking, which is cool because like okay, cool, now that like I know there's signs and stuff that that just reading social cues, which like again, like I don't want to lose that stuff. Those social cues I think are such a huge deal, and unfortunately I feel like we're losing some of that sometimes. So I challenge everybody to go out and say hi and good morning, how was your day, and kind of start a conversation with a stranger because, um, yeah, who knows? Maybe they end up being really cool. So, yeah, like the other day at the gym in the sauna, I was chatting with this guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I run the biggest golf club, Raider golf club or something in the world or something like that." And he pretty much works with like the Raiders and he's like the biggest. I don't know, and they do all these tours and they play golf tournaments and go golfing all the time, and it's like all Raider fans that are part of it, and he kicks it with the some of the what's it called, the athletes from the team and the players. Yeah, so you never know who you can meet. You're gonna meet like the other like today. I was at the gym and then I met this guy named Justin. And shout out to Justin. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but shout out to you. He was like, "Bro, yeah, I work at this gym," and he was like, "Dude, I actually lift at this other gym, Gold's Gym." And he was like, "Bro, if you ever need a hookup, just let me know. Like, I'll talk to the guy that kind of one of the I guess salespeople there and get you a good deal." And I was like, "Bro, shout out to you." So, I mean, it's just these connections that I used to be. I think I used to be really good at just talking and socializing, and I felt like I started holding back a little bit. But yeah, I told myself let's do a better job at that, and I've been practicing and I've been working on it, and I'm stoked, man. I've seen progress in the last week, and I've seen more smiles on my face and more smiles on other people's faces just asking how their days are. And yeah, I just highly recommend you guys do the same thing and just be nice to everybody. So yeah, I don't know how I ended up talking about that, but it happened. So I'm going to leave it. So yeah, now let's get into this. The tune of the year. Let's go into our Spotify Wrapped. Please comment down below who you guys had as your Spotify Wrapped top 5 artists and top 5 songs, because I want to listen to them and I want to listen to the songs. You know me, I'm out here listening to the music. We out here enjoying it. So let's go. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys my top. I don't know. Should I do top 5? Because top 5 is cool. Okay, yeah. We'll go with the artists. All right, guys. My Spotify Wrapped artist of the year. Who is my artist of the year? Take a guess. You're probably right. My artist of the year is Don Toliver. Shout out to Don Toliver, my boy. Don Toliver is the GOAT. I think he's still underrated. Even though he has a ton of listeners and a ton of fans, I think he's still super underrated, and I can't wait for him to, get his shine and get what he deserves and make it to, one of the best rappers alive or one of the best artists alive. Shouts out Don Toliver, my number 1 artist of 2024. Number 2, this one caught me by surprise because I haven't listened to them as much in a minute, but I guess I was listening to them a lot. And I do listen to them a lot before I go to bed. So sometimes, I forget to hit pause. And then they're just playing throughout the night. But shout out to Cigarettes After Sex. Cigarettes After Sex, they just put me to sleep, which is a compliment because sometimes I need something to put me to sleep or help me fall asleep, and that's them. So shout out to Cigarettes After Sex for putting me down, So number 3, we got Hermanos Gutierrez. Why'd I say it like that? Hermanos Gutierrez. So these guys, literally no lyrics in their music. These guys are just guitarists. I forget what country they're from. I think they said they're from, can't remember if they're Colombian or not. Anyway, yeah, Hermanos Gutierrez, they are amazing. I wish I would have gone to go see them. I think they opened for Leon Bridges in San Diego like in September or something like that. I missed out. But hey, it is what it is. That's on me. I'll go see him next time. But shout out to Miles Gutierrez for a big inspiration on music too, as far as guitar and like tone and just the feeling of that guitar. It's cool to see artists or group that use their instruments and like strictly their instruments to show their emotion. And yeah, props to them for doing what they do. Number 4, this is new on my list. This is different. This is the Kid Laroi. My sister says he's cringy. I say, Kaylee, you were born Friday the 13th. You have no say on the Kid Laroi. He is a beast. He has a lot of songs that I listen to throughout the year, and he put out a new album that was dope. And I don't know why I listened to him this year. I think, shout out to Nico. Honestly, I think he played a lot of the Kid Laroi in front of me, and I just became a fan. So, there had been songs in the past that I'd listened to, of his and stuff that I liked and I thought were cool, but I never listened to him like religiously until he dropped that album. And I was like, hey, this guy has got talent. And I think that guy's Australian too, which is kind of crazy. So shout out to Kid Laroi. He was my number 4 on the Spotify Wrapped artists. And last but not least, on number 5 artist for me this year, Lil Cobain. Lil Cobain is this guy, underrated in my opinion. He has some songs that just hype me up so much. When it comes to the gym, when it comes to life, when it comes to just bumping it in the car for no reason, when it comes to just sitting around kicking it, talking to myself at home. Lil Cobain, trap artist. He just hypes me up for some reason, and he's very. I mean, he's not like super popular, but he's got a good following, I guess. But let's see, Lil Cobain. Yeah, 212,000 monthly listeners. So, yeah, he's got some bangers in my opinion. So go check him out. I think he made my 2023 top 5 also. I think I don't know if he was number 5 or number 2. Anyway, but yeah, shout out to Lil Cobain. Always getting me in the good mood, and let it play, bro. Let it play. So go check him out. And next, we have, I want to do the top 5, but at the same time, like I do want to go down the list and do more than just 5 to have like some, what do they call them? What do you call them? Some, I forgot the word. I blanked on the word. Honorable mentions is what I'm trying to say. I want to have some honorable mentions. So let's start with a 5. Number 1 most played song this year. And I'm not surprised. I was kind of surprised, but I wasn't super surprised. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense because I did listen to it a lot. This song is called When It Breaks by Inhaler. I was lucky enough to, go see Inhaler with Nico in San Diego. And actually Nico was the first person that introduced me to Inhaler, and this song was the first song I listened to by them. And we were playing pickleball with Dylan, Blake. No, actually I don't think Blake was there, but Nick and Nico, and who else was there? Myself. I don't know if anyone else. Oh, maybe I think Tubbs was there. But anyway, When It Breaks by Inhaler, that song, ever since I listened to it at pickleball, I was like, yo, this is a banger. This hypes me up at the gym, in the car, wherever. Guitar is cool. The vocals are sick. The lead singer is U2's lead singer's son. I forget the names, but vocals are insanely amazing. So shout out to Inhaler. When It Breaks, number 1 song of 2024 for your host here, Anthony. And you heard it here first on episode 13 of Toon Talks. So Yeah, go listen to it when it breaks. Number 2 song. Act 5. There Goes Another Vase by Four Bats. I almost dressed up as this guy for Halloween. Oh my gosh, what can I say? This guy's legendary. This guy is a beast. This guy came out of nowhere this year and just owned it. Shout out to this guy, Four Bats. I mean, he has a song with Drake, which is huge. You know, I'm not a fan of Drake music wise, and like I don't listen to him, but you know, that's a big deal. So shout out to Four Bats, Act 5. There Goes Another Vase. Yeah, and so number 3, another song that would hype me up. I think this one hyped me up a lot at the gym is. Yeah. Down With Me, Lil Tecca. Just the intro is sick. All those, all right, okay. Yeah. It's just hype. From the beginning, the first verse just comes in hard and are you down with me or not kind of deal, you know what I mean? So I'm down with Lil Tecca. I'm down with Me. And I'm down to get hyped to that song any day of 2024 and probably 2025. So let's keep it going. Lil Tecca also dropped a fire album, in my opinion, with some good music. So let's go into number 4 of the year, and that is. Well, honey, welcome to the show. This is Toon Talks episode 13, and I'm telling you that number 4 most played song for me was Excuse Me by Pacific Avenue. And this is completely different genre from the last 2 that I just said. It's back to that rock, that guitar, that amazing vocal, and excuse me for cursing, but this song is freaking sick. Excuse Me by Pacific Avenue. Go check it out. Guitar solo is insane. Just crazy vocals. So shout out to Excuse Me. And number 5, we have. At 8 p.m. And text your DM. Act 2, Date at 8, Four Bats. We got Four Bats twice on the top 5 songs. That's how much I think this guy is a GOAT. And I think that's how much he, in the first year of him dropping music, that's how much this guy made an impact on my life. That's insane. Two of his songs on my top 5 of 2024. Wild. Yeah, and just catchy songs, honestly. Four Bats. His music videos are insane. They're so out of pocket, I should say, and they don't match the song energy, but I love it. I mean, it's just different vibes from the music video and the song, different vibes you wouldn't expect. So yeah, shout out to Four Bats. And here's the crazy thing is that out of my top 5 artists, none of their songs were on my top 5 songs. Does that make sense or no? But yeah, so, and I think that has to do with Don Toliver dropping his album a little bit later in the year. Yeah, and then those, like 2 of those artists, Hermanos Gutierrez and Cigarettes After Sex, I normally listen to like at night when I'm trying to wind down, kind of just chill. Who else did I have on there? The Kid Laroi, also dropping a little bit late in the year. And then Lil Cobain, just, you know, he also dropped very late in the year. So I think that's like a big reason why they're not my top 5 songs, because they dropped later, and I just wasn't listening to them on repeat like that, like any song, you know. But there was one that song that this is an honorable mention right here. If Don Toliver would have dropped this way earlier in the year, it would have definitely made those top 5 songs, and that is it's Tore Up by Don Toliver. Crazy drop, crazy guitar, hype song. Gets me going any time of the day, and it just got me going so hard right now. So Tore Up by Don Toliver is an honorable mention. So yeah, shout out to Don Toliver. That was number 6 actually. So that like I said, if he would have dropped that sooner, it would have for sure been in the top 5. Another honorable mention, in my opinion, of the so a song this year. I want you to stay till I'm in the grave. Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. This song was also on repeat. This song is a banger. I don't care what anybody says. Billie Eilish is insanely talented. Her brother Phineas is insanely talented. They dropped an album this year, was a banger, and I can't say anything bad about that song right there. So catchy, so beautiful. Vocals are amazing. Shout out to Billie Eilish. Let's get it. Birds of a Feather. Honorable mention for sure. 100%. Let's see. What's another honorable mention that I can give out here? As far as like music from 2024, an honorable mention. Let's see. Where is it? Right here. This might cause an argument after I say this. That's Hatred right there. That's Hatred, the Kid Laroi. Like I said, he was in my top 5 artists. Honorable mention, Hatred. This song, it had been out, it'd been leaked, but he finally dropped it this year. And I'm stoked. He dropped it. Lil Yachty's on it. Just so much emotion, so much of a banger. Shout out to the Kid Laroi. He dropped a sick album, in my opinion, and I just couldn't stop listening to it. So shout out to you, the Kid Laroi, and props to you for making my top 5 artists. Here's another band, another artist, another song I want to do an honorable mention to. They didn't drop. They kind of dropped like an EP, I'd say, and some songs that. What they call this album? I forget what they call this album, but here we go. That right there, my friends, is Won't Be Long by Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers. Crazy you weren't in my top 5. I actually thought they were going to be one of those in the top 5, but because they always are. I think they were in my top 5 on YouTube Music because I listen to Sticky Fingers more on YouTube than I do on Spotify. But, Won't Be Long by Sticky Fingers. Banger. Honorable mention. I think that's such a great song. And, yeah, I couldn't get enough of that one either. And let's do one more honorable mention that I thought was sick, and let's go with a different artist. I thought this person would have made my tops, but I guess she also dropped at the end of the year. So, we'll do 2 more honorable mentions. So this is. Yeah, that's Lizzie McAlpine. That's Soccer Practice. Oh my gosh. Crazy amounts of emotion on that song. That song is so beautiful. The piano, the guitar, the outro where once she's done pretty much singing all her lyrics, it reverses all her lyrics and it pretty much plays all her lyrics rewinded or backwards, and it's freaking sick with all the instruments that they end up doing the outro with. That's another honorable mention. I've been listening to that on repeat for weeks now, honestly. So, and last but not least, we'll go with another artist that's an honorable mention. This song I think dropped. I don't know when it dropped. Actually, I'll look it up right now. But I'll show you the song. The song's called Petra by Weston Estate. Yeah, Weston Estate. This did drop this year. It dropped in June. Bro, whoa, dude, this dropped June 21st, 2024. No wonder I love this song so much. This song dropped on my birthday. Holy moly. Dude, that's sick. Okay, my bad. I just learned that right now. You guys saw that right now in episode 13 of Tune Talks. At Weston Estate, that one's called Petra. Crazy. Just great vocals by all those guys all around. Shout out to Nico Nico, you put me on some good music this year, bro. Shout out to you, dude. Honorable mention, Nico. But yeah, Weston Estate, Petra, these guys, what Nico was telling me is they're all just like college students. They all are trying to, get their degrees and stuff, and they just do music for fun. And they tour and they, have big songs. And Petra's a great song with a great intro guitar riff and amazing vocals. And man, I couldn't get enough of that song. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys as far as honorable mentions and the pod today. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of you guys were asking like, hey, why don't you drop your, why didn't you post your Spotify Wrapped on your IG? A lot of you guys are like, hey, we want to know, what does Anthony listen to on the reg? A lot of you guys are saying, Anthony, don't gatekeep your amazing music taste. And I'm sorry I held off, but I did want to hold off for this pod right here, episode 13 of Tune Talks. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. As always, be nice to each other. I don't think I've ever said that actually before, but I'm going to start saying that from now on. Be nice. Stay tuned. More videos to come. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Doesn't have to be in that order. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great 2024. And I hope you guys have a great 2025. I'm sure I'll see you guys before then, before the year ends. But yeah, happy December. Happy holidays. Let's get it. Anthony Garcia is out for this pod, episode 13 of Tune Talks. I'll talk to you guys soon. Deuces.